G'day guys, welcome back to another week of building the Soleil Royale. This week we're going to be putting in place these railings that run up this stem sitting on top of the frames. It appears I've either made a mistake or the parts don't sit exactly where they should, because these are supposed to be back nearly touching that front edge of the bow, and they don't quite get there. I can push it back. I'm a little bit worried about breaking the frames because they're not overly thick, so I think they might be a little bit fragile. So what I'm going to try and do is I'll add the rest of these, I don't know what you call them, decks or gratings or whatever. They actually sit, there's a little notch on each one and a corresponding notch on the grating, so it sits into there and then it sits on the next one up, and then I just work my way up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these in place and then see if I can just push them back a little bit. I don't think I'll close that entire gap, but I might be able to get it back a bit. I tried to pull all this apart. I've got a real risk of damaging these beyond repair, so I'll just have to get them as close as I can. So yes, we'll start adding those on. Okay, all those gratings are in place. The rest of these must have been in the right position because they just went in quite easily into their slots. Just seems to be, for some reason, we have this gap back here, and I can't figure out why, if each of these is in the correct position, why you should have a gap. This is what we're going to be doing, just framing each of the gun ports. I've already cut and painted a piece of 1x3 piece of wood. All I do to start with is just make sure each corner is nice and square. So far they haven't been too far off, and then I mark out where I need to cut it. Just one moment, just gotta... and then I'll just do a test fit just to make sure it's going to go in there properly. That should be fine. Just a little bit of glue. That's the first one, and the second I'll do at the top. I'll check just to make sure it's right. Take a fraction off, sand one end a little bit. Yep, so that's all right. Probably made it a fraction too tight, so you sand off a touch more. Yes, it can be a little bit of a battle with each one. I'll cut another piece and then get back to you. Okay, I ended up using the same one and just got it in, just forgot to start the camera again. But it's exactly the same for all of these. Then I've just been finishing off with a touch of glue in each corner. And that's how each one's got to be done. All at 108 of them, I think it is. So I won't keep filling all, it's going to be exactly the same. I actually think this may take me a couple of weeks, but I'll see how I go. So today's Tuesday. I usually put the videos out Friday night, so I'll keep going till then. I'll do a quick update video to show where we're at, and then we'll finish the video there. Okay, I've managed to get 22 of the gun port frames installed. Unfortunately, I've run out of yellow paint. I went to my local hobby store, which didn't have any. They've ordered some in for me, but it won't be here until late next week. So I don't want to keep lining them, then try to paint the frames afterwards. I think I'll just make a mess of it. So I'll leave that for now. And then next week, what we'll do, get the light off there, we're going to be adding these frames around that grating part that we did earlier. The actual gap that I was talking about around here won't really matter, because I've got these two pieces of wood which are going to fill that in, so it wasn't as big a deal as what I thought. And the other thing we're going to be doing is adding the round decoration frames to the round ports that run across the ship. So not sure whether we have to paint them or whether they come that colour, I'm not sure yet. So yeah, we'll still have something to put out next week, and then probably back to the framing of the gun ports the week after. So I hope you join me then. Cheers.